What's up everyone, Sony here again to give you guys a quality tutorial. Sunday fun day here in South Korea, so you know how it is. Today's lesson is going to be how to make more realistic sounding pianos, you know, in your thing whatsoever. So first of all, you know, I got this piano chords that I put down, so check it out. All right, so pretty good, huh? Right. First thing you guys want to do, and you guys would probably want to check the description box below, you know, because I'm gonna put the outlines of what I say here. So make sure to check that out. So the number one thing you want to do is get a good piano sample, and if you guys Google, you know, free piano sample vsts or something like that, you guys could find pretty decent ones. As for me, I use Addictive Keys because it's pretty cheap. You know, the price is cheap, so I use this, and it has a realistic sounding piano. That's the first thing you gotta do, you know. Don't try to stick with FL keys or something like this. Although it does sound decent, and I do use it on a couple of my songs, it's not as nearly as close to the real sound that you guys are looking for, if you're guys looking for the realistic sound. Okay. Second thing we want to do is, of course, to mess around with the velocities. And what that means is you guys should be doing this already with any of your instruments, whether that's drums, you know, pianos, basses, whatever it is. As for you who've never taken music theory classes, let's say, for example, I have the, you know, higher notes right here, and I have the lower notes. Let's say, for example, I bring the higher notes all crunched up like this, which is normally how first people starting out with the DAW input their, you know, MIDI piano like this. And if you do it like this, it's all good and dandy, but if you've played piano, or if you know how someone plays the piano, which is with both hands on the piano, right? So, you know, I'm not a very good piano player, but I'm a guitar player, by the way. And, you know, then there's some space between both of the hands, you know, and if the hands are together like this, which you can do, but in generally is not, and you don't play like that in 90% of pop recordings, is if you have it all together like this, where this would be the right hand, the red part will be the right hand, and the green part will be the left hand, it sounds way too muddy. Okay, so that's why I put this up one octave right here, so it sounds much more clear, much more clean than if I had it, you know, if I had it down here again. Do you guys, hope you guys understood that. And also, to change the velocities, when you guys change the velocities for pianos, what you guys should be doing is you guys should be putting down the higher notes, the velocity of the higher notes a little bit, because it's easier for us to hear the higher notes. And when you play the piano, that's how you normally play, you know, like the left hand or the bottom part has to ring a little bit more, you know. So I'm gonna change these up real fast. Start with the bottom, actually. So the bottom's done. This is sort of random, by the way, but I know how pianos work, so I'm changing it accordingly. All right. And then for the top, remember the top has to be a little lower in volume than the higher parts, so you're going to put down the velocities a little bit more. But you're going to put it down according with the higher parts. So if the lower parts gets lower, then the higher parts should also get lower, though not all the time. All right. And yeah, this is pretty much about it. And I think it sounds better than it was before. This, of course, semi-random, like I said before, just to make it quick for the tutorial. Third thing that I normally do, okay, is I add some grime to it, okay? And by grime, I actually mean distortion. And I do this because a lot of the times the piano samples in vsts, they sound way too clean, you know, and depending on the type of music that I'm producing, I either add, some kind of distortion or some kind of effect to it that will give that kind of that fits that genre. For example, if you have a piano for a classical piece, then I would add a big reverb, to simulate like a concert hall recording, obviously because it's a classical recording. And generally for 90% of the pop recordings, I'll add some kind of little bit of distortion, just to make it a little dark and a little bit have some punch to it, have a little bite to it. I can't really explain it, but so I got my wave shaper right here. So check it out. Control the volumes now. You guys could definitely hear the distortion, right? Like that. So I'm put that down a little bit so that you could hear barely, So this without, this with. You guys could hear a little bit of dirtiness in there. Another thing that I do is when I do a reverb for the piano or for any kind of instruments that is very central to the song, what I do is I get another bus and then I route out the reverb. And right here, I got a separate reverb channel right here. What I did is I got a multi-band compression. I took out all the lows, anything below like 200 hertz, because I don't want all of that in the reverb. Plus, you can't hear it. When there's reverb, it causes phase cancellation, so you can't hear it. And I boosted some of the mids and some of the highs, So check it out now, because you guys can see I cut everything below that. I put down the volume a little bit, okay? That's the fourth thing, okay? So check it out. This without. You guys could tell this sounds muddy. Another thing you guys want to do when you add this reverb is to put up the pre-delay a little bit, and you guys want to do this because if you have the pre-delay at 0, the piano and the reverb comes in at the same time, and it sounds a little bit muddy. And this is basically true for most instruments. So you want anything that has a strong transient, you want a little bit of pre-delay. So anywhere between 15 to 30 is fine. I'm gonna put it at 23. So hope you guys enjoyed my tutorial for today. This is how I make more realistic pianos. And remember the 4 points. All right, you guys have a nice day. And for me, a nice night. And peace out. Back here again because I forgot the 5th point. 5th point is you guys should make little arpeggios, in the beginning of the chords. And by arpeggios, I mean like the rolling, like the rolling of the piano playing like this. So I'm gonna do this for some of my chords. So how I do it is, or the fastest way I see it is, if you hold down the right click, yeah, it goes into the slice mode. So, or you guys could click on the slice button, and of course, you guys could edit. And these are again sort of semi-random changes, because I gotta fit in time for the tutorial. And change the velocity accordingly. Come on, transform. Yeah. All right. Bam. All right, I think that's it. So hope you guys have a great day. Peace out.